بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الله أحمد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد الله لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد الله بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد الله بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وشر سيدنا وشر الخلائق وشر الحاسد بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وصلى الناس وشر الأصوات كلها سكت من سوء لا إله إلا الله 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 محمد رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد 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 وسلم صلى الله وسلم على من أنبياء وسلم على كل أجمعين ورحمة الله وعلى شكر العالمين سيدنا محمد صلى الله على أفضل العالمين سيدنا محمد صلى الله على أفضل العالمين سيدنا محمد صلى الله صلوات الله تعالى عليه وسلم ورسول النبي صلى الله على محمد وعلى آله عليه السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته رضي الله تعالى عن ساداتنا أصحاب رسول الله أجمعين ومن الصحابة وعلى الله المتقين والأولياء الصالحين ومشايخنا وطريقة المشهورين الصالحين صلى الله عليه وسلم يا الله تعالى علينا بهداية والهدى لله والأمر لله رب العالمين الفاتحة إلى شرف النبي سيدنا محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم وإلى أصحابه الأولى وأهل الأمر عن مشايخنا رضي الله عنهم قال قال إن شاء الله قال الله في المعرفة عن المشايخ إن شاء الله في الدراسة فإن شيخهم الناظر حقا سنة ودين إن الله سبحانه وتعالى ومن نسمع الكتاب وكتب وأسمعنا وأحفظنا أعوذ بالله الفاتحة تقبل الله منا ومنكم تقبل منا السلام عليكم ورحمة الله أنا شيخ عبد العالم حبيبي إن شاء الله يا رب اشتقنا لكم أكيد نكتبنا
That is, I don't have maybe the training and feel like spiritual places and it's not very
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. Today is Saturday, or that's today is Thursday. And asking to be supported by Sultan al-Awliya Shaykh Qaddas Allah Subhanahu and to be supported by Grand Chief of Awliya Shaykh Al-Thani al to support us by the supportation of Rasulullah, by the eyes of Rasulullah, by Rasulullah to look at us, to look at all of us, to make shafa'ah for us, and to support us in the divine presence of Allah Almighty, by His shafa'ah, by His salawat wa salam, and by us forgiveness for us from Allah Almighty. Ya Rabbana, we are coming to you by Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, by God Shaykh al-Munajir wa awliya Allah, and Baytul Nafse, Sayyidina al-Hussein, say what you know that Allah Almighty, for the sake of Rasulullah, have mercy us, forgive us, O Allah Almighty. Erase all our badness and sins and change and goodness from you, God the generosity. Without how, Ya Rabbana, Ya Allah, you are the Creator, you are our God Almighty, and we are your weakest servants. Don't, O Allah Almighty, punish us or to give us according to our what we are practicing or doing or worshipping is useless, not is good to be presented to you or to Rasulullah. Give us according to your Almighty Majesty, our and Almighty beloved Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam from your ocean of mercies, Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim, and endless godly generosity bless us, Ya Rabbana, Ya Allah, especially for the sake of Rasulullah and Awliyaullah, Grand Shaykh and Mawlana Shaykh, and all Awliyaullah, and Ahlul Bayt al-Nabi and Sahaba of Rasulullah, and all prophets, and for the sake of this holy month of Ramadan. Ya Rabbana, Ya Allah, bless us by all means of Shafa'ah of Rasulullah and Shafa'ah of month of Ramadan, and by your forgiveness and mercies, and accept us, Ya Rabbana, Ya Allah. Accept our month of Ramadan and change our fasting from a bad fasting to a good fasting, and change our all whatever doing from badness to goodness, and let them by Shafa'ah of Rasulullah and accept them according how Rasulullah will bless Shafa'ah and present them to divine presence, not that we are living. Forgive us, O Allah Almighty, mercy as we say Tawbah, Astaghfirullah, repenting and coming to Rasulullah, Ya Rasulullah, coming to you, wa Sultan Awliya Shaykh Nazim, by seed of Awliya Shaykh Al-Qaddar, Sayyidina Shah Nashubhan Al-Khalid, Bari al-Gharif al-Mudi, Sayyidina Hassan, Sayyidina Hassan, Fatima, Sayyidina Bakr Sidna, Subhanallah. Ya Rasulullah, Shafa'a, Ya Rasulullah, Muhabbatak, Ya Rasulullah, Afwa wa Ilah, Ya Rasulullah. Ya Rabb, Afwa wa Ilah. We are approaching to the end of the month of Ramadan al-Kareem, this holy month. We are in the last days of it. Less than 1 week it will be discussed, folding all the files of all of you, us, and ascending to divine presence of Allah Almighty, either witnessing good or witnessing, but inshallah witnessing good, because He is always looking at the goodness side of us, not at the bad. Otherwise, but there is no goodness side of us, all our sides are bad. So, inshallah, Allah will forgive us and Rasulullah and months of Ramadan, and will be able to find an excuse for us for our badness, and to change them to be goodness and present it to Rasulullah to make shafa'ah. Was funny, 1 month of Ramadan making shafa'ah for him, Rasulullah will make shafa'ah for him. And if Rasulullah makes shafa'ah for the one of us, Allah will accept us without any questioning, without even any looking at our own mistakes or sins or badness, but Allah will forgive, and instead He will change all these badness to goodness from His godly generosity, and bless us by also forgiveness, mercies from Him, and shafa'ah from Him over the shafa'ah of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and make us to be in His divine presence. We don't care if we are not worshipping Him for His Jannah or for His Jahannam hell. No, we are worshipping Him because we love Him. He is our God. For the sake of love of Allah Almighty, love of Rasulullah, love of month of Ramadan, because He is the guest of Allah Almighty, only for to please Allah Almighty and for love of Allah Almighty and Rasulullah. We are not asking to be rewarded, but only to be forgiven and mercy of Allah Almighty. Ya Afu, Ya Afu, Ya Afu. And for this now we are much more in the last days, balancing ourselves, questioning ourselves, seeing our bad deeds which we did all the months, and our complaining and our bad thoughts going coming all the time, and our badness and unrespect to months of Ramadan without feeling. We think we are respecting, but we are not respecting, complaining. Even we cannot pray Taraweeh, we are tired, we will sleep a little bit, then we pray Taraweeh. Then also all night complaining, all day complaining, without feeling, and we think that we are making good with months of Ramadan, but we are not. Because if the one will balance himself in 24 hours, how much he is complaining, he will know that if he's doing well or not for the months of Ramadan. And even you will balance yourself and you see yourself, you are doing very good and very well. Look at yourself, are you surviving Sunnah of Rasulullah? Surviving the teaching of Rasulullah, surviving the practicing of Rasulullah, surviving what Rasulullah ordered us to be in the 24 hours, fulfilling the Sunnah and practicing on our body, on our dressing, on our worshipping, on our working, in our business, in everything. See, fulfilling what Rasulullah ordered us or not. If we are seeing yourself, you are a perfect one, that means that you are a shaitan one. And if you feel that you are not doing well and you are the worst, then means that you are now approaching to reality, approaching to be under the shafa'ah of Rasulullah and the respecting of months of Ramadan and Rasulullah. But if you are seeing yourself doing well and very good you are, then means you are very bad. The one who sees himself so important and is good, means he is not good. When you will be in your eyes not good, then you will be in the eyes of Allah Almighty good. When you are in your eyes not good, in the eyes of Allah Almighty you are good. When in your eyes you are good, in the eyes of Allah Almighty you are not good. And for this, one shaitan seeing himself to be very good one, much more better than Adam alayhi salam. Even he was so proud on Allah Almighty, Allah killed him and cursed him and all his worship. Allah is not in need for all our fasting or praying or worshipping. We are slaves, created one by Allah Almighty. And Allah is a creator. A creator need anything from a created thing. He can finish us, he will erase us, eliminate us. And he doesn't. Allah is Allah. God is God. And servant or slave is slave. We are nothing. If you are a boss and you have employees under your hand, always they will be frightened from you, scared how much they do that to be good that they are scared. They don't know when you will be kicking them out or firing them or stopping their salaries or scolding them. How about us in the divine presence of Allah Almighty and the divine presence of Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam? And we are nothing, not employed, not serving, not doing anything, and only we are ones of billions of ones created by Allah Almighty, as if one rice from a big bag of rice. What will be giving any benefit or not benefit? Nothing. And for this, the one must be very careful not to play with Allah Almighty, not to cheat Allah Almighty, not to play with Rasulullah, not to cheat with Rasulullah. Always to give good adab, good respect to Allah Almighty, good respect to Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, good respect to Ahlul Bayt al-Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, to Sahaba, to Awliyaullah, to always be in good respect to everyone, because no one knows everyone what is carrying a secret from Allah Almighty. Perhaps you will not respect a one, and this one will be carrying so high secret from Allah Almighty and is a blessed one, but in the eyes of the people he is nothing. And someone who will think that he is so important, and but he is under the cursing of Allah Almighty all the time. What benefit if you respect him? And what benefit of the other whom Allah respecting him, you don't respect him? Then, like this, you must respect everyone, because you don't know whom Allah loving and respecting or whom Allah not respecting. You must respect everyone. And for this, Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, he was teaching the Sahaba, if you want Allah to open, and Allah Almighty also in the night journey in Mi'raj was telling his beloved Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, if you want me to open for you to be a knower of Allah Almighty, Ma'rifatullah, to be knowing me, my beloved Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Till now you never know me. Never I open for you to be a knower, Ma'rifatullah. Until when you return down to be in between my creations and to respect all of them and to be so in respect and to give everyone good and great adab and respecting, as you are now in between my hand respecting me and worshipping me and give me a great respect, until you will give everyone of my creation, not the Muslims or your nation or the creations. As now you are in between my hand, then I will open for you doors of the ways to be knowing Allah Almighty, to be Ma'rifatullah, to be knowers of Allah Almighty. Allah saying to Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, and Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam teaching the Sahaba the same, if you want to know about Allah Almighty, Ma'rifatullah, first you must dress by Ma'rifati Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, to be knowers of Rasulullah. And to be knowers of Rasulullah, you must give respect to everyone of the nation of Rasulullah, as if you are in between the hand of Rasulullah. When you see everyone to you is Rasul, like Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, with all means of the respect you give, then Allah Almighty and Rasulullah will open for you, my Sahaba, the door of the ways to be dressed by Ma'rifah of Rasulullah. When you will be well dressed by Ma'rifah of Rasulullah, then will be the time to be open for you the doors of Ma'rifatullah Azza wa Jalla. Then Rasulullah will teach you, will guide you how to be respecting all creation, as Rasulullah used to respect all creations as Allah ordered him, so that Allah will open for him the doors of Ma'rifatullah, knowledge of Allah. Otherwise, nothing will make you to be in dressed by Ma'rifatullah, even all your worshipping, all your practicing, all your prayers, all your raqaba, all your rabita, all your connection will not lead you to Ma'rifatullah. Only Ma'rifatullah, one you will respect that Allah Almighty, He is the all in all. Allah Almighty is the one in everyone, and to respect Him, everyone, as if you are respecting Allah Almighty. And to respect everyone, nation of Rasulullah, you respect Rasulullah, then it will be without any worshipping or practicing, they will open for you علم اللدن علم المعرفة الله عز وجل. Once upon a time, Maulana Sayyidina Grand Sheikh, Sayyidina Musa alayhi salam, he told Allah Almighty, me and all children of Israel like to invite you for a dinner. You accept our invitation? Yeah, I accept it. So why not? Invite me and children of Israel. Let them invite me, I will come. And so Sayyidina Musa make a big meeting to all children of Israel. There used to be more than 100,000. And they discussed between, hey, we will be willingly happy to invite our God, Allah Almighty, for a dinner. So, on behalf of them, Sayyidina Musa was in to mountain of Sinai and inviting Allah Almighty for a dinner, and Allah Almighty accepting the invitation and say, I will come. One, it will be, he told them, for example, in Saturday, eve of Saturday, because it was the holiday of them. How for the nation of Rasulullah, Allah given Friday, for the children of Israel was given Saturday, and all they are free, eve of Saturday, and Saturday you are most welcome, Allah Almighty, for a dinner to come. And more than 1 month, and all of them, they are cooking, preparing food, and nice place to be well decorated, and a special place for Allah Almighty to sit for His dinner. And like this until the appointed day of the invitation of Allah Almighty came. And at that day, all the time, all of them busy, so busy in arranging everything to be well done, because Allah Almighty, not anyone else, created. They are inviting to come for the dinner. And like this, all of them, they were doing their best, putting the food, always warming it, always making the best of what can be served, not to an ordinary guest, but to a sultan. And the place where Allah Almighty must be sitting, so well decorated, well prepared, everything was well done. And Sayyidina Musa, like the mother of a bride at that day, busy and not busy, going, coming between children of Israel. Everything is okay, everything is okay. So he was so nervous, because now he doesn't want anything to be not well presented to the divine presence of Allah Almighty. Be careful, Allah is coming. Everyone to dress well, good adab, and they make a special of children of Israel standing in rows to welcome Allah Almighty, and one for inviting him to come and sit, and Sayyidina Musa alayhi salam by himself and his brother Prophet Harun also, Allah coming to have dinner with them. And so like this all day spending until it was evening, the appointed time, and so busy all of them, waiting, anxious, now. Look well, Allah alive, putting everywhere on high places, eyes to look, so that they quickly be welcoming Allah Almighty. And like this, all of them waiting, but hours and minutes, hours going on, and some whom they are old ones of children Israel, they are very hungry, they want to eat, they cannot tolerate more. As Sheikh Muhammad last time, he was driving us and we were late by the traffic jam, and he lost all his mind. I am hungry, I want to eat. Half an hour keeping me without food after the azan of Maghrib, what we do? Traffic jam. We are all caught in it. The same. No, no, I want to eat now. I will eat you half, be careful. And like this. So one, a blind one, he doesn't know what is going on, and he was so old and not even able to walk with two sticks and not able to walk, but blind, not saying anything. He didn't care, Allah coming, not coming, I want to eat. And he was entering the big tent, would they do it to welcome Allah Almighty, and he was sitting, even he was sitting on the place where Allah was to sit, and was starting to eating until they report him to Sayyidina Musa alayhi salam, the one whom they are arranging all this invitation. Quickly Sayyidina Musa with his stick coming and beating him. You are a crazy fool one, sitting in the place where must be the creator without sitting, and you are eating, and all of us we are hungry, not only you. Even you are a blind one, but at least give good adab, take permission from me at least. I will give you something to eat outside, and you are sitting eating on the same plate which Allah is going to eat from it. And he was beating him instead to eat. Go drink some water. If Allah Almighty want to wash his hand, some towel, instead to be serving, sitting and eating, and you are old and blind one, sit at the door, I will give you something to eat. And but he was beating him so forcefully. And this blind one was crying, and he was then but he full his stomach, alhamdulillah. Allah, whatever they do, let them do, beating, not beating, I don't care. Now I full my stomach, no more hungry. Then they pull him out and they chase him out of the tent. And then hours going, it was almost near Subh. Dawn is going to appear, and Allah didn't come for the dinner. And Sayyidina Musa was so upset, and children of Israel, all they were looking at Sayyidina Musa in a very bad way. You are lying on us. You say you invite Allah Almighty and He promised you to come, but nothing. He didn't come. And Sayyidina Musa was so upset. Then next day also finished, all the food thrown. No, it was yani, not only cold, but it was badly smelling now. They saw it, and they were preparing 1 month, spending all their money on this food, and no one coming. Then Sayyidina Musa getting upset and so angry from Allah Almighty, he went to the mountain of Sinai, and he was scolding Allah Almighty. He said to Allah, scolding him, he was scolding Allah Almighty. So what you did? Why you make me to be a liar between children of Israel? You always making me in this bad situation. Oh Allah Almighty. Say I don't want to come. Why to promise I will come and you are not coming? I know you are busy, but tell us you are not coming. Why you accept the invitation? And then you make me to be embarrassed between all these children of Israel. How they will respect me? If you are not respecting me, they will respect me. I am now a liar between them, cheating them. Then Allah Almighty calmed him down. Oh, my God, Musa, now you are my God. Scolding Allah Almighty, what are you doing? He's God. Oh my God, Musa, be patient. Be patient. Yeah, Musa, I accept your invitation, and I came. And I was eating, but you was beating me falsely with your stick, kicking me, chasing me out. Why you didn't see me with this blind one who came and sit and was eating? I was with him. I was the one bringing him I was the one sitting and eating, and you were beating me and chasing me out instead to respect me. You are the bad one, not me. You chased me out, you beat me by your stick, and I didn't say anything. I didn't punish you. I say, okay, he doesn't know, perhaps. And now you want to scold me? I must scold you. Then Sayyidina Musa was saying, oh, I was open and swallow me, so ashamed from himself and shy from Allah Almighty. Astaghfirullah, forgive me. He said, why you didn't see me with this blind old man who was coming? Allah teaching Sayyidina Musa alayhi salam. As Allah taught Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Rasulullah the Sahaba, to be the one, a knower of Allah Almighty, the door of open of Ma'rifatullah, to be open and to be ascending in these divinely heavenly stations and godly word of Allah Almighty, in the divinely godly word of Allah Almighty, in the divinely heavens of absolute identity of Allah Almighty, and the essence and the divine presence of Allah Almighty, the one who wants this door to be open for him and to be blessed by as a knower to Allah Almighty and knower Rasulullah first, he must see Allah Almighty in every, he is the one in everyone. To respect everyone, as Allah telling Rasulullah, when you respect everyone, as you are now in between is the two walls or that's between me and you are respecting me in the Mi'raj when he was meeting in his seclusion with Allah Almighty. As you will be respecting then everyone like this, then I will open. It didn't say you know me, I will open for you door of the way how to rest by Ma'rifatullah. And like this, Rasulullah was teaching the Sahaba and all awliya, when you respect everyone of my nation, as you respect me and love me and see me with everyone of my nation, then I will open for you, to start to open for you to know about my reality and ma'rifah of Rasulullah. And the same all awliya, when you respect all their murids and their followers and their lovers, as you respect them, then it will be open for you the doors of the ma'rifah of that awliya Allah. And if you don't first know yourself, and you don't know about creation of Allah Almighty around you, how you are going to know about anything about ma'rifah of awliyaullah or Sahaba of Rasulullah or Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam? And if you don't know about all this, never you will be open for you the door of ma'rifatullah. Allah will not open. And for this Allah saying, وَالَّذِينَ جَاهَدُوا فِينَا لَنَهْدِيَنَّهُمْ سُبُلَنَا, the one who progress and smashing themselves in me and in my beloved Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, which means in progressing yourself in the Sharia of Rasulullah, in the Sunnah of Rasulullah, smashing yourself, fulfilling all whatever coming from Rasulullah, step by step. لَنَهْدِيَنَّهُمْ سُبُلًا, I will guide them and open for them the ways leading to my divine presence, to be blessed by knowers of Allah Almighty. First must be knowers of Rasulullah, before knowers of Awliyaullah, Siddiq and Sayyidina Ali and all their ancestors, successors, and then knowers of Sahaba of Rasulullah, knowers of Awliya, then it will be the time to be open for you, knower of Rasulullah. Then Rasulullah will open for you by the order of Allah Almighty the ways leading to the divine presence of Allah Almighty. And this how so easy when you will see that Allah Almighty is the one in everyone. Rasulullah, he is the one in everyone of his nation. And you will see Allah Almighty in all, and Rasulullah with all, everywhere Rasulullah with everyone among us. And the same for Maulana Qaddasallah Sultan of Awliya, Sayyid of Awliya, Awliyaullah. They are with their murids and their followers and their lovers. And you respect like this everyone with all respect, as you respect in between the hand of the Shaykh. then they will open for you to know about them and to know about Rasulullah, and then Rasulullah will make you to know about Allah Almighty. Allah Almighty make this knowledge of Ma'rifatullah, Ma'rifati Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, Ma'rifat Awliyaullah, Ma'rifat Nafse, to know yourself, not for himself. Allah make this created and give this knowledge for us to reach that knowledge, not for himself, and this for everyone to have it, not for Allah inviting everyone. And Allah addressing to our realities already, this knowledge already, our reality and spiritualities dressed by this knowledge of Ma'rifatullah, Ma'rifatu Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. But how now your physical body to know? This is the problem. This is the most difficult point. How your body to reach. First of all, you must know yourself, which means, first of all, to finish your humanity. To finish, to know yourself means to finish and smash your humanity and to reach, to immigrate to your second body, to your reality, to your spiritual body, to your soul, to enter into your lata'if, your subtles, and to reach that the house of Allah Almighty, to immigrate to your hearts, to settle yourself inside your hearts, and from there you will be then have a buraq to ascend in the divinely heavenly kingdom of Allah Almighty and Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. And then you will be dressed for your reality, for this second body of you. The whatever ascending in these high levels and stay godly stations will be whatever gaining and dressing will give to your physical body. And for this Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, he say, "Man arifa nafsahu, faqad arifa rabbah." The one who knows himself, then he knows. He has ma'rifah of Allah Almighty. If you don't know yet yourself, how to reach to know about Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, or about Awliyaullah, then if you don't reach to know about them, how you will reach to know about Allah Almighty? And for this now we are very holy days, which nothing will be benefiting us in this day except asking for good forgiveness from Allah Almighty and mercies. Only the mercy of Allah Almighty and forgiveness of Allah Almighty which will cover us, and the shafa'ah of Rasulullah and shafa'ah of month of Ramadan, this which will make upgrade you to be reaching and dressed by the lights of the greatest name of Allah Almighty, and be sharing the lights and salam which is descend with these malaika and Sayyidina Jibreel alayhi salam in these last 10 days of months of Ramadan. And to see everyone and to respect him as you respect Sultanul Awliya, Sind of Awliya, as you respect Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, as you respect Allah Almighty. How you will be respecting them? If you respect everyone like this, then they will open for you how to immigrate, how to build up your own grave, how to build up your own cocoon and to enter into it, so that you will be coming out of it after 40 days of sincerity with Allah Almighty and Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, that your element will be totally changed from human elements to divinely elements, to godly elements, and then fountain of water of life will be exploring in your heart and exploded, and this water of life, divinely knowledge, will be then coming on your tongue, and you will be dressed by a special light from Allah Almighty, from Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, from all prophets, from all Sahaba, from all Awliyaullah, until you will be one seeing by the lights of Allah Almighty. You will be seeing by the eyes of Allah Almighty. You are hearing by the ears of Allah Almighty. You are talking by the tongue of Allah Almighty. No more you are the one, but there is, you are only a picture, but the real, who is the inside, the inner of you, will be Allah Almighty. Who is the outside of you? Allah Almighty. And for this Allah Almighty, what is saying in the Holy Quran? وَهُوَ الظَّاهِرُ وَهُوَ الْبَاطِنُ. He is the, for every created thing, He is the one, the apparent one, the outside looking of the one, and He is the inner side of every well-being of everyone. And Allah Almighty was the وَهُوَ بِكُلِّ شَيْءٍ عَلِيمٌ, and He is the best to know about everything and to be with the one, inspiring him, blessing him by all godly knowledge, and Rasulullah by all knowledge given to him from Allah Almighty, secret of sealed of prophecy, and awliyaullah by the secrets of wilayat them from Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And like this, then you will be have a right to be ascending in the divine presence of Allah Almighty. And all this for the one whom and respect and seeing that Allah Almighty is the one in everyone or with everyone. And Allah Almighty and Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam and awliyaullah, they are the one with everyone and in everyone. And without the existence of Allah Almighty, you can exist. Without life from Allah Almighty to you, you have a life. Without the soul from Allah Almighty into you, you will be a funeral, you will be nothing. And even your physical body, the funeral of your body, without the soul, is not well done and created by Allah Almighty, by His hand. Then He brought from His soul into you, and now you have life, and you have eyes, you have ears, you have tongue, everything going automatically inside you without your feeling, not in need for anything. You are making to be in need for everything. But Allah created us and dressed us from His soul, from His life, not to be in need for anything except Allah Almighty. Because we are existing by Him, not by ourselves. But we lost the ma'rifatullah. We lost to be knowers of Allah Almighty, to know about ourselves that this soul, this life, it is God the thing in us. It is related to Allah Almighty. And by it we can be communicating with all godly stations, Rasulullah stations, Malaika stations, Awliya stations, heavenly stations, earthly stations. From throne to throne, you can communicate and to be well connected. But if you are missing this point, then you will miss everything and you will be blind. And so this Allah saying the one who is blind here is going to be blind there and much worse than a blind there. وَمَنْ كَانَ فِي هَذِهِ أَعْمَى فَهُوَ فِي الْآخِرَةِ أَعْمَى وَأَضَلُّ سَبِيلًا. The one who is blind here, he will be also blind there and much more worse than a blind, because the one who didn't reach that station in this life of Ma'rifatullah never is going to reach it in the other life. May Allah forgive us and mercy us and bless us by Ma'rifatullah, Ma'rifat Rasulillah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, معرفة سلطان الأولياء خاتم الأولياء ونشأ عبد الله السلام في نظر حقان سيدنا أبو بكر الصديق سيدنا علي أن صحابة رسول الله عند أولياء الله سيدنا شاول النقشبند أن صاحب الزمان أن سيدنا عيسى عليه السلام عند all first and أولياء الله. Allah to bless us by all these good respect to be open, Allah to open for us the door of Ma'rifatullah. And this is the holy night, this is the Eve of Friday, and this Eve of Friday in the last 10 days of month of Ramadan, and then also there is a special prayers after the witr or before the witr or after the witr for the rak'at to be prayed and the dua to be done, where Allah Almighty will be then forgiving all your past life and bless you by godly forgiveness and mercies and ma'rifah of Allah Almighty and godly blessing and that delights from Allah Almighty, the same Rasulullah will be blessing. And then one by one, all the holy assembly of Rasulullah, the one of Rasulullah, everyone in it, whom they are all the prophets, all Sahaba, all Tabi'een, all Awliyaullah, all Siddiqs, and all whom they are in the divine presence of Rasulullah, one by one will be addressing after this prayer to everyone who fulfilled this prayer in this eve of Friday. And then he will be open for him how to be respecting and how to be approaching to know Allah Almighty and to be in the divine presence of Allah Almighty. May Allah forgive us and mercy us. And after it also by 2-3 days it will be coming the Laylatul Qadr also. And also it has its own prayers and own respect. And inshallah, since I am between you here, we will be doing it Jama'ah inshallah together. Allah to bless us and to bless us Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam and months of Ramadan and awliya by all means of shafa'ah, that Rasulullah will make shafa'ah for us, and by the shafa'ah of Rasulullah, Allah will make shafa'ah for us and accept us inshallah. Allah, 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 Aziz, Allah, 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 Kareem, Allah, 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 Subhanallah, Allah, 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 Sultan, Allah. You are Sultan, Allah Almighty, and we are your weakest servant. Allah Almighty, bless us by love and sincerity to you and to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Seed of awliya, wa nasha Abdullah Dasa, wa nasha Nazim Haqqani, to all awliya Allah, to Ahlul Bayt and Sahaba of Rasulullah, and Sahibul Zaman, make us to reach his time and to be sincere and lovers to him and sincere followers. and سيدنا عيسى عليه السلام بحرمة الحبيب صلى الله عليه وسلم بحرمة الفاتحة. تقبل الله منا ومنكم اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد النبي الأمي وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم. اللهم صل على سيدنا